Welcome to episode 95 of A Message From. We're your hosts. I'm Alyson.
I'm Edward.
And today we're talking about Christmas movies.
Holiday movies.
Festive. But first, there is a violent noise happening outside.
I think you're going to be the only one who can hear it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank God, because I don't know what that was. It was like a cross between like a dying duck and I don't even know what, but it was not pleasant. So that's what's going on with me.
Okay.
What's going on with you?
What is going on with me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Feels like a Sunday. It's a Saturday for those of you who aren't here recording with us. And I'm sitting at the very top of the stairs in my grandfather's attic with a mirror turned upside down, faced over the stairwell as a desk. So that's how I'm doing. For those of you who can see this, you can't see the mirror desk over the stairs, but that's the vibe.
So we're doing really well. We have, honestly, the setups we have for recording this podcast, because I feel like we're both always on the move. Like, we're never in the same place. One of us is always off somewhere. And we end up having just crazy setups. True.
Setups, I miss the days when we just did audio and it literally didn't matter.
Honestly,
where it was.
Yeah.
Because this was bleak. Thinking about this all day, being like, where the fuck am I going to record? Because obviously, if you've watched before or seen clips before, I've done this at my grandfather's before. This is like not a big deal. But the room that I used to do it in, like, doesn't have a desk that used to be there. I think it was like sold or thrown away. There's no like front facing light. Obviously, we're in winter. It's darker out in general. The light that is above like flickers. It's just, there's just too much going on in that room. So I had to find a new place. This actually is kind of working out pretty well in a weird way. Except for this stupid light switch. It's really annoying.
I'm in my usual spot. I was telling you this before. I wanted to be in like a nice festive spot where all my decorations are, my trees, and I've got like the lights around the last windows. Episode. Yeah, exactly. But
which you framed, and I have to say, you framed it so that the Christmas tree came directly out of my head, like right out of the top.
Right,
you could have told me to move.
I mean, I didn't think about it. It's limited space in that corner, but
True.
I bought a puzzle. I'm now a card-carrying member of the Puzz Club. I inducted myself, so thank you.
I don't think anybody knows what the Puzz Club is here. Do people know what the Puzz Club is?
We talked about Puzz Club before.
Have we?
So the people should remember. If they don't, go back and listen to every single episode until you find the one where we talked about the Puzz Club.
God, what a nightmare assignment.
And you'll know what we're talking about. But I bought a puzzle,
Where did you buy it?
Shell puzzle at Target.
And at Target.
Yeah. All the games and puzzles were buy one, get one 50% off. And I had to purchase a couple of similar items for some other gifts. So I'm not going to get into specifics because obviously the giving season is not complete.
It's giving season.
It's giving season. Anyway, got the puzzle, Mont Saint Michel, beautiful. But I've done all of the pieces that like are different, so you can kind of figure out where they go. The only
you did the easy ones.
Yeah. The only pieces I have left are like blue and purple. Just plain blues and purples sky. It's gorgeous, but difficult.
Yeah. I don't know. The thought of doing a puzzle right now, it's not very enticing currently. No. Who knows?
I've told you that I have been so mentally unwell this week that like being able to go do the puzzle and not think about anything else has been really nice.
Yes. I mean, it does help, I guess. I don't remember why we started doing puzzles as a as a founding member of the Puzz Club. I don't remember why we started, but I don't think it was for mindfulness meditation. I think it was because we had nothing else to do in high school.
I mean, that makes sense because when we were in high school, like mindfulness and meditation were not the vibe. That was like not a concern.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it should have been, but it was not.
It should have been, but the whole
and therapy probably would have been a good idea too.
Yeah, but, the whole like mindfulness and wellness is just now becoming popular the last few years. So we all missed out. But what else have you been doing this week?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, I moved into my grandfather's house again.
Yeah, well, that's like an update.
I did. I was going to write about this in the newsletter. Probably still will. Went to the library, because I have to get out of this house for sanity. And they have new furniture in the reading room.
Oh, is it comfortable?
Yeah. Well, the tables are the same. Okay. But they rearranged them and got new chairs. And there's like new couches, which I was like, so nice. That's literally the only exciting thing that's happened to me today. I had a chai latte at one of the cafes I like on Butler Street, and it tasted like ass. So I was like, well, that sucks. So I've tried the other one at the other cafe I like on Butler Street, and see if it's any good. And if it's not, then I'm shit out of luck. Up a creek or whatever. What's that one?
SOL is correct, but like, what is the creek one?
I don't
I'm up
know.
A creek. I think it is just like I'm up a creek, whatever.
Yeah, I'm up a creek, but with no chai latte, which is very unfortunate.
Chai latte, which is depressing. It's funny that you bring up the library because I've been thinking a lot about how I need to start going to the library again. It's been a long time since I've been.
For what? What do you need to go for?
Well, I should start checking out books. Every so often, I put myself in a ban. I'm like, stop buying books, you loser. You have nowhere else to put them in your home. Start checking them out from the library.
I can fully attest to that. You have nowhere else to put them.
So every so often, I put myself on a ban. And then I'm like, okay, go to the library. But it's also just like, it would be a good place to focus and like different environment, get myself out of the house, get some work done.
To do like work?
Yeah, either. Work, blog work, reading.
Not a bad idea.
My Spanish
It's dead
lesson.
as sin during the day. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Love.
But also, I'm reading a book that takes place in a library. And like the setting, being in the library is like very important to the plot. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
got library on the brain.
Is it a contender for
no
best book amphi?
No.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
It's a good book, but it's not a contender for best.
How's your amphi list coming together?
I've not made it. I've not started.
Meanwhile, my amphi list's done.
Your list is done. You are ever prepared.
Some of them were hard to fill out, I will say.
Yeah.
We invented a few new categories for this year's amphis, aka next episode, that I truly was like, this was a good idea at the time, but was hard to really think of a good, not a good, but what's, like a, not a meaningful, a worthy,
okay.
Like a worthy winner.
Worthy winner. Yeah, okay.
Worthy winner. Worthy winner.
Worthy winner. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were coming up with the new categories, they were just flowing. They were easy to come up with new categories, but I haven't really sat down to think about what my contenders are for each category and who's going to win. So
you've got a week, so
I need to get on that. But
are you going to come see me in Pittsburgh?
I am going to come see you in Pittsburgh. I was going to message you about that earlier, but I was like, we'll talk. So I'm going to come see you in Pittsburgh.
Okay, let's talk about it. When are you going to come?
Oh, okay. Is Wednesday good for you?
Wednesday,
yeah.
Wednesday, I work a lot. Depends on what time you would get here. I work a lot. Let me put that in huge quotation marks. I have 3 classes.
My face is like...
Gooped, gagged. You didn't expect me to say nor, did you?
This is the day that I've picked. This is the day that I've chosen.
Well, what time would you arrive to the Steel City?
Oh my gosh. Well, ideally, I would arrive early. Like, if I left at... You're about 3.5 hours from me.
Yes, unless you take a detour to Gettysburg, and then it's 17 hours away, which we can get into that.
I'm not going to detour to Gettysburg this time. But in my mind, I was going to leave early. Like, I was going to be ready to go by, like, 5:36 in the morning. But if that's not going to work for you...
Well, you would get here at
If I left at 6 a.m., I'd get to you by, like, 9:30, 9:45.
Right, and my classes wouldn't start till 11. So... Right? 11 to noon, noon to 1, 1 to 2, yeah.
You've got classes from 11 to 2?
But when did you think you were going to leave Pittsburgh?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't really think about it.
Oh, well, if you get here by 9:30, we would have about an hour to hang out.
Well, we could do, like, a quick pastry and a beverage.
And we would have an hour, yeah. And
then I could go off and do things. And then we can meet up when you're done with your classes.
Oh, you want to...
This podcast is us just scheduling our meetup.
Oh, wait, you want to stay? I thought you were just
Well, I don't
want
to see you for just an hour.
Well, okay, that makes sense to me. Think about it. You think about it, that's all the things going on with me. Essentially 3 hours of teaching and then absolutely fucking nothing.
Interesting.
Nothing going on.
Interesting. Yeah, I chose Wednesday because it worked out best in my schedule. And can you believe I am also gooped and gagged that Christmas is so close? It's so close.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
It has snuck up on me. I'm not ready for it. I'm not done shopping. I've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping last weekend, this weekend, trying to finish it up. And then I'm just sitting here like, it's already almost here. It's time for me to pack up my whole life and drive it to Michigan for the 80 billionth time this year.
The 80 billionth time of every year.
I've got more this year than I usually do.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It just feels like it's always a lot.
It feels like a lot, but I'm usually there I usually go like once in the summer. I think I was there twice this summer though. I usually go once in the summer and then a handful of times in the fall just because there's like Thanksgiving and then I go for some football games. And then I'm there for Christmas. But then between like January and June or July.
You usually go like once?
No.
No, don't you usually go for like Easter? Oh, no, you don't do Easter.
I think I might have gone once or twice for Easter since I moved out here, but not usually. Maybe once. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of football, how do you feel about the final tomorrow?
World Cup final. France. I knew France was going to be in it. I knew. I called it.
You did call it on this podcast. We'll see if they make it all the way through.
Let's hope. I mean, look, I get it. Argentina. Messi's never won a World Cup. Oh my gosh, she's the best.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
I literally don't care. One of the pundits today was like, oh, well, Argentina's playing for more. And I'm like, what does that mean they're playing for more? Like, just because Messi hasn't won one, it means more to them? Like, there are players on the French team that haven't won one before, I'm sure. Like, how can you just say it?
They're not, like, quote unquote, the best player in the world or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
It is surprising that he has not won one.
It is. I agree, and it could be his last one. It's probably his last one, but I'm like, who cares? Who cares?
I think most people except me, Lionel Messi fans, which is not you.
I don't have.
And the entire nation of Argentina.
I'm sitting here ranting against him right now, but I'm like, I've never had like malicious thoughts towards him, right? Like I've never been like, oh my gosh,
Messi, anybody listening to this right now would probably disagree with you from what you just said.
From what I'm saying, yeah, it sounds like I do. But I've literally never been like, ew, Messi, I don't like him. But I've never been a huge fan either. Like, I'm just not an Argentina fan. I'm sorry.
La Liga.
Well, he's not even in La Liga anymore.
No, but like, I feel like when he was up and coming, you know, it was like, obviously, didn't he play for Barca?
Yeah.
Right. So
he plays for PSG now. But I'm just like, France is my team. If Italy's not in it, I'm sorry, France is my team. I was super excited for Morocco too. Like that was it was nice. It was very exciting.
It was. It was. Well, we'll have to see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. By the time people are listening to this, we'll see what happens. What has happened 3 days ago.
Yeah, true. When everyone else is listening to this. We'll find out.
We'll find out. And we'll find out more about holiday movies after this break. Hello. Edward here. Just wanted to say thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to both myself and Alyson. And it would mean even more if you sent us a message at 202-630-4509 or a message from pod@gmail.com. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and throw us a rate and review. 5 stars always feels good. And check us out on amfpod.com for all the little extra content that we have. Now, let's get back into it.
Welcome back. As always, we hope you enjoyed the break. We help. What did I say? Anyway, do we speak English? No, of course you weren't listening.
It was autopilot. Why do I have to listen to that?
Well, you have to listen to this message from Aaron that I'm about to read. Aaron says, "Hey, AMF, I've been spending a good portion of the month marathoning old Christmas movies from when I was a kid. I used to love watching the original Grinch cartoon, not very out of the box. Do you two have any favorites? Happy holidays." First
I haven't seen a single Christmas movie this year.
Happy holidays to you also. Second of all, I haven't watched any Christmas movies either, now that I think about it. Well, this goes back to what I was saying before.
I did watch something Christmas related. I watched that Christmas TV show. That's like a thing now.
Huh?
You seen Smiley? I watched it in your house.
Smiley?
Oh my god. The reason we started watching Mare Lee, because the actor was in it. The Spanish show.
Oh, yeah. Did I know that was Christmas? Maybe you told me.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
It was Christmas related. It was Christmas themed-esque. It was holiday season themed. They did New Year's, Epiphany, Christmas.
Oh, yeah, because I think we did talk about Epiphany. Yeah, I've done none of that. I haven't watched anything holiday themed. And this just goes back to what I was saying before. Like, how is Christmas already next week? The time is flying. What's going on? I do like the Grinch cartoon, like the original, but I don't watch that one very often.
I don't tend to rewatch movies.
I remember when I was a kid, it was always the what was like the Island of Misfit Toys? What was that one? That one was on all
Rudolph
the time.
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah. Like that cartoon was always on when I was a kid. So I feel like I just watched it because inevitably it would be on the TV at some point when I was in the room.
Yeah, there's like the group that is the same style as that.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Like Christmas in July or no? There's one about like with the Heat Miser. That one.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever watched that one. Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. But
you would have been the right age.
True.
Not a read, just fact.
Just a fact. But speaking of the Grinch, I absolutely love like the Jim Carrey Grinch that came out when we were kids.
Oh.
It was so good. And so my grandpa, he had this insane VHS collection. Like every Disney movie you could ever think of, anytime a new one came out, he got it. Like, it was so nice to go there and, like, peel the plastic off that VHS box and open it up and get the VHS tape out. So, of course, he had the Grinch on VHS. And so I would borrow it from him. Like, when we would go to my grandparents' house, like, we would borrow. Obviously, we would watch movies there all the time. But if there was something we wanted to take home, like, we'd just borrow it, right? Because he literally had, like, a VHS library. I'm not even kidding you. It's insane how many he had.
Okay.
So, Grinch, right? I would borrow it at Christmas time because we would spend Christmas Eve at my grandma and grandpa's house. And then, like, obviously drive back to my parents' house for Christmas Day. So I was like, you know what? I need to watch The Grinch. I'm borrowing it. So I have the VHS out. It's in the living room. I set it on top of like a stack of my stuff. It's ready to go. I'm taking it home with me. And so there was this like old couple that lived in the house behind my grandparents' house, Al and Rose. And
okay.
They were interesting. We'll just leave it at that. Interesting.
Okay.
So anyway, Rose at some point in the night picks up the Grinch VHS tape and she's like, "Oh, what is this?" She's looking at it. She's talking about it. I'm not paying attention, right? I'm doing my own thing because I'm like, I don't want to talk to Rose. Why is she here? So she puts the tape down, but like not where she got it from. And so I didn't realize she had moved it. And then at the end of the night, when I'm packing up all my stuff, the Grinch tape does not make it in my bag and does not make it home with me. And the next day, when I'm telling you I was heartbroken, I held a grudge against Rosie for years because of that. Years.
I am
grudge.
Speechless.
Oh, that was how important that Grinch movie was to me.
The Jim Carrey one.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, in this story, there's a few things. There's a few takeaways here, right? One, you love to hold a grudge from a young age. Two, you have whack taste in VHS movies. And three, why did you take the VHS out of the container to take home?
I didn't. It was in the container.
Oh, it's not. Okay, sorry. When you were explaining it, it's not like you had taken it out.
No.
Maybe you just took it off the shelf.
I took it off the shelf, and the container was like on my stuff, and she moved it somewhere, and I'm like, I never forgave her for that. Her granddaughter also once stole one of our frogs we caught, so I'm like, I had beef with the whole family.
I refuse to touch that subject. I refuse to touch that subject.
But
no,
anyway.
I'm invoking my like Fifth Amendment right as a co-host to just ignore that subject. You know, if I had to choose between the two Grinches, it would be the cartoon one. I was never really a fan of the Jim Carrey one, although I understand that it is like good. But I also have hot takes about Christmas movies in general. Like I do not like Elf, which I know is like a huge hot take. Everybody loves Elf. I can't stand it with every fiber of my 12 skinny being. Can't.
I do like Elf.
I mean, who am I to say? Not everything's for everybody, but it seems that a lot of Christmas movies aren't for me. Period. So that's what I'll say about that.
I mean, I guess a lot of Christmas movies aren't for me either. I don't watch that many. Like A White Christmas, I don't ever watch that. What's the one, like the You'll Shoot Your Eye Out one? What's that one? I don't watch that one.
Miracle on 34th Street? No, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, is that what it is? With the leg lamp and all that jazz. Like I've seen them, but I don't watch them every year. Like I'm like, I've seen it, it's done.
White Christmas is the movie my family and we all watch every Christmas Eve, like before going to bed.
I think I knew that.
To the point where we know exactly which parts to start and stop at. Like to fast forward through, like we don't want to watch this dance scene, we do want to watch this one, we don't want to watch this dialogue, we will watch this one. Like, I don't know how long the movie is, but we watch like a 45-minute supercut. And it's something that we have done, like not even like together in terms of like connected on the internet. Like we still do, even separately. Like this Christmas Eve, like I will watch it with my parents because I'm in Pittsburgh. My brother will watch it like in Hawaii. Like I have watched it alone. I've watched it with people. I think I made Natalie Kitty watch it in Prague on Christmas Eve. I was like, we've got to watch. She was like, what the fuck? So that one is special to me. But if you tried to make me watch like It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, I would, like, unless you tied me down, like I would walk away.
Yeah, no.
Run.
Like the Santa Claus, Miracle on 34th Street, I don't watch that. Home Alone, I don't mind
forget that's
Home
a Christmas
Alone,
movie.
but it's like so like tangentially Christmas. Like it's not like, it's like Christmas adjacent.
I mean, it's like pretty Christmas.
It's
but I guess
pretty
it's not
Christmas,
like
but it's like,
yeah. What genre is that?
The action is it's like when people say Die Hard, like when people fight about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
You've never seen Die Hard.
It's like,
what goes on in that.
It's like Christmas adjacent.
Okay.
Because the action is the main point of the movie, right?
Is that not the point of every movie?
I,
the action, the plot,
I mean, like, the crazy action. Like,
You're saying they're action movies?
Yeah.
So you're saying Home Alone is an action movie?
Kind of. He's in his house, like, setting booby traps. He's, like, fighting with these bad guys. It's like...
I mean, I guess. I really don't know. I was looking through some lists, and Home Alone kept popping up, and I was like, Home Alone's a Christmas movie? And then I remembered that it happens during Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's why they're gone. So I was like,
a holiday trip, right? Yeah.
Yeah, completely forgot.
That's why the dudes are breaking into houses, because people are gone for the holidays.
Which, honestly, like, I did not relate to that. Like, no one I knew went on a trip during Christmas.
No, me neither. But like, my family and I actually talked about doing that this year. We were going to do, like, ski trip. And...
Oh, that could be fun. Because you're a little older, too.
It never happened because I didn't plan it.
Wow.
But I'm like, why is it my responsibility to plan it? But it's just like, I'm just like the default. So it's my responsibility and I got to do it. I also have to sneeze.
It's your responsibility. You got to do it. Just sneeze.
It went away.
Oh, well, that sucks for you. Okay, you want to look at this list and see. We're going to give some yays and nays, some thummies
uppies,
and
nays,
thummy dummies.
Quick fire.
Wait, we need a better yay or nay. We need a Christmas-related yay or nay. And don't do the nay like you're a reindeer.
A ho, 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 or a no, 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 no.
Oh, yeah, a ho, 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 or a nor, nor, nor. Okay, I skipped a few that were, like, too recent. I don't know what they are. This next one, The Muppet Christmas Carol. Completely forgot about it.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I have to go no, 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 because I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta skippy some more. Okay, Home Alone.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I'll give it a ho, ho, ho. Elf. We already know.
Ho, ho, ho.
We already know what mine is. The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I forget is a Christmas movie.
Ugh, no, no, no.
You know, it's a no for me too. And I think it's just because
I'd rather watch it a different time of year.
Yeah, I would just rather not watch it. Period.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very Scroogey. We know this. 'Tis the season. The next one is It's a Wonderful Life, which no. I hate that movie. Oh, The Grinch, but from 2018, like the new cartoon one.
Ho ho ho! It's good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen we've watched it in like school several times. I've seen like 20 minutes here, 50 minutes there. I don't know. Unfortunately, A Christmas Story.
Oh, that's the shoot your eye out one.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho.
That's a no for me.
You can pop it on in the background and it's festive and I don't care.
Very background. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. That is the ho 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 one for me. This one has Frozen on it.
No.
It literally says, sure, Frozen has very little to do with Christmas. Okay, never mind. The Polar Express.
Ho ho ho.
You know, I don't remember that movie very much, but isn't the animation like kind of weird?
Yes, but I have to say ho 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 only because the book was like, oh, so good.
We're not talking about Christmas books,
like, though. I gotta support it.
We're not talking about Christmas books.
I know.
It's unfortunate. Next year, Jack Frost, 1998.
Oh yeah, ho ho ho.
You know, I forgot about this movie.
Cool
the snowman freaks me out. His little face freaks me out. I don't like it. Miracle on 34th Street.
No.
I actually don't even know if I've ever seen it. I don't even know nor if I've ever seen this.
Same.
Now that I think about it. Another one from, I don't know that one. Don't know her. Some of these are too recent.
There was a really good one that I watched a couple years ago.
Yeah.
No idea what it's called. It was a cartoon.
Good start.
It was so good.
You said it was a part 2?
Cartoon.
Oh, cartoon.
Was it set in like Claus? It was Claus. Have you seen it?
Oh, with a K?
Yeah, with a K.
No, I have not seen it. It was one of the first 2 on this list. That's why I skipped it. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Highly recommend. It was good. It was a good one. Yeah.
I mean, why don't we want to rewatch movies like this? Why aren't we watching more movies this year? I was texting a friend who was like, you've got to see this, you've got to see that. And I was like, I've seen Jingle All the Way or Single All the Way, whatever that one was. I think that was with the one with the lesbians, or maybe that was the one we watched last year.
Did we watch Single All the Way?
That might have been the one we watched last year.
Yeah, I watched one a couple years ago called Snow Day. Then when they try to come out with new Christmas movies, they're just never that good. Like Single All the Way, okay, point, cool. Though. But they're so bad.
That's the point. They're like budgets of like, $20. And they pump out 400 of them. I think that's the point, that they're not supposed to be good.
It's not my vibe. Like the Hallmark style Christmas movie, no.
So what is your Christmas movie vibe? If you have something that's not your vibe, have you been able to define what is your vibe?
The classics.
You just said you don't like the classics.
But I call it like The Grinch's classic.
But, I mean, that is classic. It was an old
in all
year.
Of its iterations.
Okay. But you like the more modern iterations.
I'm just not a big fan of Christmas movies, I guess. Like, it's not...
Okay, that's fine. That's
not
fine.
Not a huge fan of Christmas
movies.
Fine.
I love to watch it once. I think that's just my vibe. I love to see... I will watch a Christmas movie, but I only want to see it once.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thanks, Erin.
Yeah,
We're done.
Thank you, Erin, for this message. That was great. I want to hear people's opinions.
You always want to hear people's opinions. I don't, actually.
You never want to hear anyone's opinion. This is the only time I ever want to hear an opinion. Every other time I'm like, I don't care what you have to say.
You're always saying, like, I want to hear your opinions. And I'm like, she's lying on the air right now. Anyway, thank you, Erin. That is real. When she says thank you, she does mean that. But if you would like to send a message to us, well, next week it's the Amphis. So, messages are coming in 2023, babes. No more messages for 2022. You can do so at a message from pod@gmail.com, or you could call us at 202-630-4509 if you live in the United States. Don't forget to check us out on amfpod.com for bonus content. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok through there. And leave us a rating. Leave us one last rating for 2022. Do a good deed or whatever the hell. Something to get you on the nice list for Santa. Or put us on Santa's naughty list if you hate this shit. Maybe not. Anyway, thanks. We will see you next week with the Amphis. Get hype. All your faves are going to lose. Or they're going to win because there's two of us. So you never know.
Anything's
the duality
possible.
Of humans. And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.